Hello everyone! Hey, welcome to another episode of The Front. As always, you can check out the website at leadtheteam.net for free sales training, for motivational content, and for leadership tips. And if you would, please cruise over to leadtheteam.tv and subscribe to the YouTube channel there. Make sure you hit the little bell notification so you get notified when there's new episodes uploaded or if I'm streaming live. I'd love to have you join me. So today I'm going to be sharing 5 success tips right now on The Front.
Thanks for tuning in to Lead the Teams, The Front.
Yes, thank you so much for taking the time to tune in and join me on The Front today. My name is Mike Phillips and I will be your host. And as I mentioned, we're going to be talking about 5 success tips. These things are important to people in business. They're important to people in life. Really, they're important to people if you want to see some success. Now, these aren't the only 5 things by any means. I'm not saying, hey, if you do these 5 things, you'll see an unlimited amount of success. But there's certainly bolt-on components. These are an opportunity that if you execute on these 5 things, they will certainly get you closer to your goals and being more successful in the things that you want to be successful in. Now, these may be a refresher course for some people, and they may be an epiphany to others. They may be, well, I didn't think of combining things like that, or I didn't think of the way that you were going to share it that way, Mike. But these are the things, these 5 things are speaking to me right now, so I thought, heck, I'm going to share them. So here we go. Number 1 is consistency. You have to remain consistent in your approach at any tasks, whether they're in business or in personal life. Now, consistency is an ongoing theme. It's one of those success principles that many people share because it's so important. Being consistent in the things that you do, which means doing the same things over and over again so you can get a same or similar result. Being able to repeat those things and not getting tired of doing the same things over and over again. The people that are the most consistent in life, in business, those are the ones that you see that really will excel and see the sort of success that they want to see. Now notice, I'm not saying what the level of success or what the measure of success is because everybody is going to have different goals laid out. So one of the keys to consistency is planning. You know, you have to be willing to take the time to set up a plan so that you're not just winging it all of the time. Now, there is some advantage to winging it also and just going, but the consistency and planning, those 2 things are just massive when it comes to success principles. Number 2 is do things that matter towards your goal. Whatever the goal is, you need to be working on things that matter and are effective in getting you closer to that goal. There's a really simple question you can ask yourself. Ask yourself this: what I am doing right now, is it moving me closer to the goal or further away? And when you answer that question, if you say, hey, what I'm working on right now is moving me closer to the goal, then you should do more of it. You should keep doing that. You should be consistent in working on those activities. If it's moving you further away from the goal, then stop it. Now, I'm not saying stop it forever or totally eliminate those things from your life, but if you have a task at hand that you're trying to accomplish and what you are working on is not moving you closer to the task, then stop, right? And choose to work on an item that will move you closer to the goal. Number 3 is to connect with people, build relationships. Relationships are something that is so important to your own success and to other people's success. One of the things I've learned in business, especially in the last few years, and when anyone's coming up in business, often we say, well, I really want to do that myself. I really want to succeed for myself. I really want to see the results for myself. But one of the things that I've learned is the more that you can connect with other people and help build them up, then in turn, they will help build you up. The more you reach out to people and make genuine connections, the more you may find that their skill sets, their ideas, their actions complement what it is that you're doing. And in turn, You have things to offer that will complement what it is that they're doing. You know, it has to be an equal relationship of give and take on both sides. You give and they take, they give and you take. And that's how a really strong and powerful, nurturing relationship can work out. I mean, husbands and wives, you know, intimate relationships, that's one of the things. There's give and take in relationships. The same goes for friendships and business relationships, even social connections. You know, what is it and how can you complement one another? Number 4 is show no fear. Do you remember the clothing line in like the 90s? It was called No Fear. I loved that stuff because I thought it was so cool. It was a really cool line of t-shirts and such, and they all said no fear on them. I liked the theme behind it. Now, when I'm sharing this tip with you for success, it does not mean have no fear. It doesn't mean that you shouldn't be nervous when you're approaching a new task. What I'm saying is you shouldn't necessarily display that to the masses. You know, because we all have fears, we all have nervousness that we work through. Heck, sometimes when I'm setting up on camera here, I'll still get nervous if I'm interviewing somebody because I want to do a good job. But the key is that you don't display that to the masses, because then other people will focus on that. They'll display that back to you. You'll amplify it more, and fear can be crippling. So it's really key that when you're approaching something, find a way that you can talk to yourself, that you can just take on the approach and go after it, regardless of if you are having some nervousness on the inside. You just got to show no fear, and it will help you to be more successful. And number 5, you have to take action. You have to act. This has been an ongoing theme of mine for years. You can't be frozen and stay where you're at. It's something you can't just talk about success and hope that it's going to come to you. You have to take little actions each and every day. Even in these other 4 tips that I'm sharing with you today, you have to do something to work towards your goal. So even during the day, if you start out and it's 5 minutes and then it goes on to 10 minutes and maybe 15 minutes, if you're investing at least some time each day in working towards your goal, and this could be business goals, personal goals, family goals, whatever it is that you want to achieve, invest some time in it each day. The amount of time is not what's so important when you're getting started. It's the fact that you are just doing something. It's the fact that you are taking some action and moving towards what it is that you want to have an outcome on. So that's my 5 success tips for today on the front. I appreciate you joining me. I'm going to run back through those real quick. Number 1 is to be consistent. Number 2 is do things that matter towards the goal at hand. Number 3 is connecting with people. 4, have no fear. And finally, number 5 is you got to take action. As I mentioned at the beginning, those may not be the only 5 things that will allow you to achieve what it is that you want to achieve. So I'd ask you, what other things do you do that allow you to see success in your endeavors? Please do me a favor, share down in the comments below what it is that you do to see more success. Thanks for taking the time to tune in and join me on the front today. I truly appreciate it. I appreciate your time. If you're gaining something out of each of these episodes, please comment in the comments down below, throw a like on it, share it on your social media, and until we speak next, I hope you have an absolutely fantastic day. We'll talk to you soon, everybody.